Hi guys, we just wanted to welcome you and thank you so much for being volunteers for the Millard 4-H program. We are so thankful for you guys because without you guys, we wouldn't have a program. I'm Courtney Stephenson. I'm on the east side.
I'm Tonya Morrison, and I'm on the west side of Millard County.
Okay, so we're just going to talk about a few things tonight. Things happened and people wasn't able to be here live, so we're just kind of recording this. So charter clubs, that's something new. We have the best way to do it is to charter, because not only are you going to get some cool swag, here's one, and it's full of some really cool things. You get your own personal flag, you get a hat, you get a first aid kit. You know, there's tons of things down here, 4-H mask, all kinds of things. So
yep, it's chock full.
That's one reason why to charter.
That's not the only reason.
No, so to charter, if you have 3 families,
from 3 different households.
Yes, from 3 different households. So Tanya's one, I'm one, and we've got Vicki Krauslin joining us. She would be a 3rd one. We all got together, decide we're a chartered club. So therefore, 1, the state recognizes that as better. 2, preferred, yes. Preferred. Yes, let's use that word. Mm-hmm. And
you're eligible.
Yes, go ahead with that one.
For the state, for any state contest, you're eligible. In fact, you have to be a member of a chartered club in order to do several of the different state contests. I'm trying to remember, there's so many, but horse for sure, shooting sports, and some of the family consumer studies ones as well. So we have a couple of ways for you to join a chartered club that is kind of independent. We've got one we started called the Millard County Chartered Club, and it's a catch-all club. So you can be a part of that. We still have to have some meetings, but we'll have the appropriate 6 meetings in the year's time. But that's one way. If there's no other club for you to join that's chartered, that's one you can be a part of, and it's in the system now.
We already have a few that has already been chartered. Our Millard Shooting Sports, they are chartered now. They got their paperwork in today. Speaking of which, we have paperwork for you to fill out and then to get back to us and everything. I think Vicky's already chartered. So that's
Chelsea's chartered.
Chelsea, yeah. So we've got a few on both sides that's already chartered. If you're not chartered, please come talk to us.
It's no big deal to be chartered. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's okay to have a family club, but it needs to be 3 families together. So get the nieces and nephews from different families, and then you're now chartered.
Yes. We want you guys to be able to go as far as you can, especially with the state and everything. We want to be able to give you guys the best opportunity, the best leadership, the best of the best. And so we're just trying to do our part to help you guys.
Yeah.
There's new training. We've got some new training going on and everything. And so we're a new team. We want to just be able to do what we can to meet what the state is requiring us.
Yeah. So that if you ever left Millard County and moved to, let's say, Salt Lake County, or let's say you moved out to Missouri. Did I say it right?
Missouri. Sorry.
If you moved to another state and joined 4-H, we don't want you to be so behind with the information. We're trying to keep you up to date and be right on top of it so that nationally we fit right in. And when our kids from Millard County go to state contests, they know exactly what to do and they fit right in. So that's the goal for us, for our county.
We want to make sure that we give you everything. Things have changed, you know. USU has told us as coordinators, we can start a club, but we immediately, like within 1 or 2 meetings, so within the first hour or 2, we have to turn it over to somebody else.
To a leader.
To a adult leader. So we are not trying to be ornery. We're not trying to be rude or hateful. So when we say, we don't have somebody, would you do it? Please, help us find somebody, help us find volunteers, help us bring people in to say, we want to do this, make this fun, make this happy.
Right. Otherwise it has to stop, because we are both part-time employees and we didn't choose that. That was chosen for us. Many changes have happened in our county that were completely out of our control. So we are each 20 hours a week. So you may call and we won't be there, but we can't be there all the time. We really are limited, and we have a lot of work to do, especially with COVID right now. That's what's going on this year. We have a risk mitigation plan that we have to submit to Utah State, as well as a COVID event plan. So we have 2 separate documents that we have to submit for anything other than your just basic club meeting. So for example, we had during the fair, we had a horse show and we had a fashion review, and we had to submit a risk mitigation plan, which basically means we needed to ask that Utah State would cover us for any insurance issues during that event. And we had to provide hand sanitizer and protective gloves. We had to have certain signage all over the place. Masks were required. So anyway, we have to take care of that before we can even have a meeting. So
speaking of which, if you haven't already, there is a video that as soon as we can, we'll get it out to you guys. It is maybe
it's
2 minutes?
a minute and a half.
A minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So you watch it, then you fill out this little survey, not really a survey.
It's a quick little questionnaire. Basically, it's like 6 questions, maybe. Takes you
So
20 seconds.
Do that, and then you can meet as a group, as a club, and you will not have,
Yeah.
and we won't have to be like, hey guys, come on now. We don't have to track you down.
Yeah. One of the things you learn in that is I'm going to grab this paper real quick. So basically you just learn what you can and can't do in your club as far as COVID is concerned. And you will have one of these in your kits that you can, just as a reminder of what you need to do at your club. You can hold clubs once you've watched that, but until then, no clubs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A lot of yous have already done it. You guys are amazing. The volunteers we have the best of the best. We truly do. They're amazing.
They're teaching us. You are teaching us so much. So thank you.
Yes. So 4-H online is no more. So we have a new way to do it. I'm going to try to share the screen here. And I think this one here is what I want. Okay, so we have a new way to do it, and it's called ZSuites. So I need to try to go out of it here, because yours won't look like this. Try and do it before I signed in. And it's not gonna let me. I'm gonna have to sign out. Oh, maybe.
Perhaps.
We're still learning this too. So if you guys have trouble, don't feel bad to go ahead and holler.
Call us. Yeah, just call us.
And if you can't get us on the phone, email us.
So see where it says sign up? Maybe we ought to let's just start a brand new one.
Yeah. So guys, it's really simple. I mean, you go here, you're going to hit the Utah, you're going to go to the county, and it's going to be Millard. I hope you guys know that. The household email, you're going to put your family's email in there. Again, this is trying to show us our Aggie one, just ignore that. You're going to put in your password twice, and then you're going to push let's go. You can't see it for this, but that's what this says, is let's go. So yeah, there it goes. So let's go. And then it's going to just kind of walk you step by step through it. You're going to ask questions about you, about your family and everything. And then once you go, then you're going to go into a section, your dashboard. So we're going to go back Okay. Once you log in, yours will still look a little bit different than ours. And I should have just signed into mine.
I know, I thought about that. I was
So
trying
maybe
to
I
do
can,
it, but-
maybe I can do it real quick.
Okay.
I'll sign into my family one real quick.
That will help. And you can see it exactly. So we are still getting trained on this program. It is brand new to the entire state. There are a few glitches. Courtney emailed the person that's over us in charge of this for Utah State just tonight. And we talked about some of the glitches that they're working on still. So don't be frustrated. I mean, okay, be frustrated if you need to be, but don't be angry. Just be patient because they'll fix it for us.
So if you log in, because you had one if you had an account with 4-H Online, you're gonna use that same email and that same password and everything for this. You're gonna sign in and your family's gonna come up, but if your family household ends up coming up and it says a whole bunch of other kids' name that's not in your family, don't freak out. Shoot one of us an email, a phone call. We're gonna knock them out of there. No big deal. It's all gonna take care of it. Also, as you can see, you're gonna see, my family here. So what you're gonna do when you sign up brand new and you don't have any family members, you're gonna push household member, okay? And then again, you're gonna start putting everybody there. You're gonna go through it and everything. It will walk you through it. I promise you, it'll be okay. So we're gonna stop sharing for a minute. Okay.
And we'll be happy to help you if you want to even make an appointment to come into our office and do it with us on the computer. That's totally fine. It's sometimes easier in person than it is over the phone because we're not looking at the same screen that you're looking at. And again, it's new to us. We are entering clubs. Our job is to put your club in the system. So once you have a club name, then you will let us know what the club name is, and we will put it in the system and put it in with the appropriate project areas that would go with your club. And you have to be chartered in order for us to do that, right?
Yes.
You don't do any of the independent study kind of
Yes.
clubs. Okay, that's a whole other issue. And if you choose not to do a chartered club, then come and talk to us and we can talk to you about your options. So just in a nutshell, if a person lived, let's say, clear out west on the border of Millard County, and there are only 3 children that could possibly even join the club, and they're all in the same family, well, they can't be chartered, obviously. So 4-H is all about inclusion. We want everybody to be able to participate. So they would have an option of doing independent study, but it's something that we will only approve of based on need.
And that's where those kids will end up joining the Millard County General
Yes.
Chartered Club.
Yes,
So
that's how, so that they can participate in
Yes.
state events.
So we've got ways to do it. And I want to stop for a second. If there's questions, just go ahead and make a note of it and everything as we're going through this. That way we can open it up here in just a little while and do this.
So call us with questions if you're not live with us right now.
Yes, exactly. Or email.
Yeah.
So another thing is attendance records. So we will have, it may not be this exact book, but we'll have something. And with it,
I'm still creating a spreadsheet that I want to share with them.
So it will have, again, that's backwards. I'm sorry, guys.
It's a roster.
It says 4-H membership roster, and it says name, email address, cell phone, and their 4-H grade. Okay, so once that'll be for the secretary to do of your club. Remember, you have to do president, vice president, secretary, and we'll explain that. We'll be coming around to try to help make sure you guys understand that and all. But we want their names, and then you can put their dates and stuff that they was here, and they can check it off. But this is so if there is an outbreak in the county, if there is and the kid happened to attend, we can track them. We can say, okay, these other people we have to contact now. Right. We want to make sure that everything is there. This tells that they gave the pledge on this day, gave a demo or a talk, did a service project, whatever. This will help them with their books.
Yes.
And in ZSuite, we get to put all that information in, and it will be so much easier come portfolio.
Yes.
I can't even say it. Anyways, it'll be easier in the long run.
For their resume and their portfolio, yes.
So, and there's all kinds of things in this. So we will make sure that each person who charters a club gets one, and
Gets
we will
this
make
handbook,
sure
yeah.
that every year you guys have something like that.
Yeah.
So,
And we need to keep track of who's coming, attendance wise. So we have a couple of ideas of what to do. I would like to put the document, the Excel spreadsheet, basically all you'd have to do is go check, and then that's it. And you wouldn't even have to email it if we do it the way I'd like to. It's just, we would share the document. So
yeah.
you have the permission to add to it and it's done. That's one way. Or you can email us, or you know what?
Or call us.
Everybody has one of these.
Not everybody.
Okay, almost everybody. If you don't, I'm sorry. It is the 21st century, but that's okay. And I'm not judging. So you could take a photo of your roster and then send it to us. Done. We can just mark it from there.
Send us a text, call us,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, we would need these numbers not only for 4-H and for COVID, but our FCS turns. Go ahead.
Which is EVA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's what I meant to
What's
say.
an
that.
FCS?
Yes. Eva is the FCS in Family Consumer Science.
Yeah.
She turns these numbers in not only to the USU, but also to the county, if I'm not mistaken, so that they can see that there is actually a major impact on our kids.
Our youth. Yep.
Yes. Yes. That way they can see that there's something going on and everything.
Right. If the attendance is like 10 children in a year attending clubs, well, obviously they're going to cut the budget. But if we show that there's 500 children or 2,000 children in our county that are utilizing the 4-H program, then we can argue for a larger budget for events and such.
Yes.
So it's important.
Okay. So let's see here. Where was he at? We do have a list because we get confused really easy.
I know.
How can we help? So we have marketing tools. We have way to spread the words. As you know, some of them that's already been the shooting sports.
Yeah. So like in the newsletter, you can see like Courtney made this, I made this. We have these awesome tools that we can make flyers for you. So
and we've posted some on the east side for some of the groups and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're here to help you. These are not our clubs.
Nope.
These are the kids' clubs. These are your guys' clubs.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to be able to teach these kids leadership and to be able to make them better kids.
Yeah. I mean, the whole purpose of 4-H is, hopefully you know this, but if you don't, that's okay. Positive youth development. That's what we're here to do and participate in. So 4-H is here to build the leaders of tomorrow. These kids are going to be our politicians. They're going to be the business leaders of the businesses locally. So we are here to help influence them. It's more than what the schools can give. This is fun, but it's learning, but it's fun.
And it's after school activities, so it keeps them off of the bad things.
Yeah.
So you have a club and you just kind of iffy, I think I'm going to give this up. What can I do, Tonya? I'm worried I'm going to be just crazy and everything. I don't know if I can handle these kids.
We have access to helpers. Do you know we have teen council and junior teen council members that need some volunteer hours, and so do the Sterling Scholars in our area. They need volunteer hours, so we can utilize them for assistance.
There's many of ways, guys. I have a daughter that is going to be 13. She is at that age where she needs more to do. We can find people to help you there. And it doesn't have to be just you as a leader.
No,
you can grab your friends and be like, hey, come teach this week. Hey, you are awesome at this or that, whatever.
Right.
Let's use our friends. Let's have our helpers.
We don't need to intimidate them by, will you lead a club? So some people, that's really intimidating. I can tell you from my own personal experience, being a leader is a challenge. It's really hard. So you can just have them teach a 10-minute or a 20-minute demonstration of something that they're really good at. Or let's say you're really good at organizing, but you're not so good at teaching. So you could organize an entire club and not teach one thing. Just organize it. Just put it together, line up this mom and this dad and this neighbor and this business owner, whatever, bring them together to lead the 6 club meetings, and then you just organize it. That's it.
It can be really good, guys. So moving on, we have the calendar.
So we're working on the calendar. Calendar's huge. We have many pages to our calendar.
But it's big print. It's not,
Yeah.
it's big print.
But, so each month we have things that we plan for.
Some of it is stuff that we need. Some of the things that, you know, we need you guys to know and everything. That's another thing. Please be on the lookout for, we're going to be searching ways of how we can make sure we're reaching the families, whether it's by sending notes with you guys to the kids, whether it's text messaging, email, making sure they're still getting the newsletter, however we can get it out to them. So we want to make sure.
And we're running the Facebook and the Instagram pages. We're trying to put everything that's, especially from the state and local, but we're trying to put all of that on there. So check the Facebook page. Maybe if you're on Facebook and you could just go click on that, you want to get notifications from us. It's called Millard County 4-H, right?
No, USU extension dash Millard County.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We do have a horse club one also. And if you have clubs that you'd like us to know about that are on Facebook, like groups, let us know so we can.
You don't have to make a group. Don't think you have to.
But if you have one already and want us to share information to it, then
yes.
Yeah, tell us to follow you.
There will be some trainings. There's 3 of them. That is core leader trainings that I think we're going to end up doing it over Zoom. You don't have to be in attendance. I think we're going to do it and just share it with you. And then we'll follow up with you by phone or email.
And that's something new to us, core leader training. All we know about it is that there are 3 major what's my word that I want? Trainings.
Yeah.
And they're about 45 minutes each, I believe.
I think
we
so.
looked at them. We haven't gone through them yet. It's to help you be a better leader. That's the whole point of it. And we would love for you to watch these with us and learn how to be a better leader in 4-H. So
when you start your clubs, because we all know nobody has started yet, but
one club has started.
Okay, so one started. Okay, so most clubs have not started, but they're getting ready to start vamping up and everything. We're just getting kids start signing up. We want you to think as you're doing projects and whatnot, you want to be able to envision the fair, because we still want quality over quantity. We don't want you just to spit things out. We want you to help these kids step it to the next level. And with that in mind, if you will let us know your projects ahead of time, we will help get the word out. That way, maybe they'll bring a friend, they'll bring, whatever family, whatever. So we want them to be able to do that. And then we would like for you to describe what you're doing, take a picture of it, and send it to us so we can help you guys code this for the fair, because we're going to have a list already be generating and everything going through it. I mean, if you think you know the code, go for it. We're just going to double check it, because we want to make sure that we had some issues during the fair, and we want to make sure that we're helping you guys the best we can.
Yeah.
And then fair time where we can just spit that stuff out and get it out there and everything. So we don't have to take the time of, oh, we got to do this. Oh, we got to do that.
We had a lot of redos at the fair this year, and we're all new. And thankfully we had Cheryl who caught all of these things.
Yes.
But, when you're entering several items in a group, that's a thing. And you want to do that the right way, or they need to be coded correctly. Or another thing is we had maybe a couple people that brought 5 of exactly the same thing. They were just different paintings, but they were all the same paintings. So you can only enter 1 unless you enter in a different category. So we can help you know the different categories so that you can enter more in without we don't want to turn anybody away. We don't want to turn entries away. So come to us ahead of time about that. And we would love to see.
We've got ideas about that.
Oh, I know.
So we're definitely going to have more information in a year.
But be thinking, the whole point was start with
Yes.
the end in mind. Be thinking of how you want the fair to look for your club. Thinking now, how am I going to do projects for that?
Yes. So, so the ones that, their attendants, that met with us already got your backpack. That's because you're chartering and everything. I know a lot of things are going on. It's fall. We've got so many sports going on. Just because you don't come tonight, still charter. I mean, it's serious. You get the backpack. One other thing we've got is awards. We have not forgot about awards night.
Oh no.
It's going to be different this year. We haven't got it completely worked out, but we're going to have to start working on the risk mitigation. Did I say it right?
Mitigation. Yeah.
I always mess it up.
We got to get the whole plan and get it approved to even have this meeting, which I don't anticipate problems, but if our state goes up in COVID numbers, then it's going to be an issue. But anyway, when we do plan it, it will be, we have a date set. What does it say?
October 28th. So, and it will be in Delta. We don't know exactly where, but we know it's going to be in Delta because last year it was held in Fillmore. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth every year. And just because you're in Delta does not mean you can't come to Fillmore. We want you to.
Right.
Even with the clubs, it doesn't matter which side you live on.
No.
Please, if you want to join the crafty club over here and the crafty club over there and the both stitching clubs, as long as they don't meet on the same day,
do whatever
more
you
the
want.
merrier.
So I used to live in Salt Lake County and Riverton. And, you know, if my kids wanted to do something downtown Salt Lake, then we went to downtown Salt Lake. We didn't call and say, hey, could you have a club clear down here in Riverton just for us? No. Whoever the leader is gets to decide where the club is because they're the leader, they're the volunteer. I mean, it needs to be convenient for them. So we're just grateful to have you willing to do it. But, you know, we did sewing we did sewing camp virtually. So we did it as a Zoom camp this year. And it could be done. Any of your clubs can be held this way. All the painting clubs were done virtually.
And the remote crafty club.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it can be done. And we had a different teacher each week with the remote crafty club.
Yep. And yeah, even with the paint, when you had different leaders do it. And we were in different locations because I taught the crafty club from my house and you taught it from
Illinois.
See, she was in another state and we still ran the club. Yeah. Just like normal. So you guys can do that and we'll help you because we know how to get that set up.
We're getting better at it. So guys, what we're saying is you're our main important people because without you, we can't do this. We cannot do it all. We cannot give these kids what they need. And we still have kids saying, can we have this type of club? Can we have this type of club?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I wish we could give it to them. I really do, but we can't.
So you help us recruit other volunteer leaders. That would be super helpful. As you've got kids in your clubs, talk to their parents. Ask them if they're willing to at least teach one of the lessons. And maybe they will branch off into another club in the future.
Again, with the newsletters, if you want something in the newsletters, we have to have our newsletter stuff in by the 20th of every month. So if you can get it to us of what you're going to be doing, when you're going to be meeting by the 20th, I know Vicki has already got all of her meetings set out and she may even continue after, you know, when spring comes. But even at that, if you got all your dates or you know exactly what you're going to be doing or whatnot, get it to us. We'll put it out there. We'll keep putting it out there. We'll keep saying, hey, we have these dates and on this day, we're going to be doing this. And, you know, whatever we can do, we want to make sure that we get these kids there. Again, let us know what's best for you. Is it newsletter, email, text, Google Docs? We want to communicate with you guys. We want to be able to do what we can to help you and to make sure that everybody is good and everything. Yeah. I don't have anything else before we open up for questions.
No, if you guys ever have questions, please reach out to us. We cannot be everywhere at once. Courtney has almost a full-time job at the school every day. And then she comes and does 4-H in the afternoon and has a couple of kids that she has to go to ball game. Not has to, gets to.
I get to.
You get to. So we're kind of busy. So that's okay. We are here for you though. So if you call and we're not there, please just be patient with us. Send us, to me, email's the best. How about you?
Email works really great.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, I'm usually in the office from 3 o'clock until 7, 8 o'clock here in Fillmore, Monday through Friday. If I'm not in the office, most of the time I'm still working from home.
Yeah.
So if I see something, I try to get it. Once in a while, there's things going on. I have a family, like I said, I have a 13 and an 11-year-old. I'm a busy mama, but I will make my time to try to help you guys, whatever I can do and everything. So don't ever feel like there's nothing we can accomplish.
Right.
And if I can't do it, I'll text Tonya and be like, hey, I've got this issue with such and such, even though she's on this side or he's on this side. Can you take care of it? And we are co-coordinators. We truly believe Millard County is Millard County. It's one county. We all work together to make this county great. And I tell you what, we have seen that time and time again. I've only been here 3 years. It's my 4th school year, but so 3 years. But it's a great place. And you know what? We're hearing from upstate how great Millard County is and how we can even build it more.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to unmute Vicki. Vicki. I'm going to unmute Vicki. And that way she can, well, maybe I can. Vicki, you may have to push the unmute button.
There you go.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Yes. So,
Okay, well, I have several questions, but one, when you said we had to go back and sign up on that ZSuite and list our household, I'm the only person that would, is that all I list on there? Would be
yes,
myself.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
And then my concern is where we're starting this club next week and we have zero participants.
One.
One from Delta. Is she coming? If I put this and post this on Facebook from me as a post saying I'm going to be starting this Sassy Stitchers and this is the date and this is where we're going to meet.
Yes.
See if I get anybody's parents to say, oh, I want my girl to come, or is that okay to do that?
Absolutely.
And then just tell them, I think they can come, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, guys. Since this is just us volunteers, I think you can do one club or one-time meeting, so like an hour club, and not be charged. It's kind of like their explore. If they come to more, we need to approach them
to sign up.
To join 4-H.
and we'll get you guys some things of how to pass out. The ones that come, it says, hey, this is how you sign up. Please go to this website, and through the end of September, we're offering half off. So instead of $10 a kid, it's only $5 a kid right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they really want their kids involved, but they cannot afford it, tell them to call us. We'll figure something out.
So I could post that on that site also, that it would be a $5 fee, and then they would be required to furnish all of their materials for the class.
Yes,
right?
yes. So
Their
yes.
stickers and all their fabric and all that kind of stuff, except for these little kits that we're going to do at first.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are furnished to them, right?
And
Okay.
we do have some extra supplies in our supply cabinets. So if there's a child, let's say that fabric is expensive, they could get a hold of one of us and we could take them to our supply cabinet and they could pick fabric from there, let's say.
And even each of you volunteers, if there's something you really truly need and you just can't afford to go do it, get a hold of us. We'll do what we can. We don't have a big budget. We don't have, unlimited supplies or anything like that, but we're willing to work with you guys to help you make these clubs the best.
Right. Like we have things like when you did the paint club, we have easels that we can check out. So we can check things out to your club. We have books we can check out. We've got a 3D printer that we could check out someday.
Yes.
We have Legos.
Yeah.
And we also have access to some kits from the state. Like there's quite a few.
Those are the ones that we're starting out with, are those state, the kits that we'll do. Okay, now the newsletter, where do I find that at? Just on the USU site? Because I used to get one in the mail, but I haven't gotten one.
So we want everybody to tell us if they prefer to get one in the mail. We will definitely have you on the mailing list. But if you want them emailed, if you're able to open emails, that would be a way to save stamps.
Email's okay. Email's okay. I just need to,
Okay.
I would just want to get one.
Yep.
And then, okay, then my other question is, what if, because my club is supposed to start this next week. So what if we don't have participants for that Wednesday class?
We will do our best to, I think I'm going to sign my daughter up, but we will be gone on the 23rd because I have to go back for my mom's memorial. But I'm seriously thinking that, and I'm thinking I might even sign my son up because he likes to sew also.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I don't want to get more than, 11 or 12 kids in there, and then that I can need some help with. But if I don't have anybody and I'm sitting down there and everything's set up, I don't want to go set up all the tables and everything and no one's gonna come for Wednesday's, that first class.
yes. Okay. Yes.
We'll get advertising it some more.
Yes.
So that's this, that's the 23rd's my first one, I think, scheduled.
And Eva, I think, is going to come down and help you. But if we don't have anybody set up, if you don't want to set anything up that day, you can use that as just a meeting day where they come in, you kind of get to know them. And it could be like a 20, 30-minute club or something like that, just to kind of meet the parents and everything.
And maybe set goals for the club, see what kinds of projects they want to do, maybe.
Okay. Because I don't want to take all this stuff down there and set all these machines and everything, and I don't have anyone signed up. So
why don't we play it by ear and see how that goes?
So if by Tuesday I don't have anybody, there, then I'm just not gonna, plan on getting stuff ready for it. So that would be Tuesday. Because I do have several projects that I, want to do, but I don't want to get stuff, ready and that kind of thing. So, because we do have all the little kit projects and the quilt square, geometric quilt design, and then we have the Women of the Year quilt. I've got pillowcases, I've got pajama pants, I've got a strip quilt. So, we have things to do, but if I don't have, that's why I'm wondering, because if people know that I'm doing it, I may have 50 kids because of my past, the 6 years that I did it. And I had so many kids that I had to turn them away because I couldn't do 30 kids. So
some helpers.
Yes, Vicki, if you have more than what you can handle, we'll get you some helpers.
Or get you
okay, because I required they bring someone with them, each week when we had it, and too many of them didn't bring anybody, and it was just impossible for me to. Had machines breaking, the needle broke, my machine won't work, and that's all I was doing the whole time. I can't do that. And that's why one of the reasons I just said, you know what, if I don't have support, I don't have helpers, I'm not doing this.
Right.
It's too hard on me.
That's fair.
And then if we don't know it, then we can't help you fix it. So keep in touch with us, Vicki, and we will definitely do what we can to help.
Yep.
Okay, so I do have my charter in, I do have my name of my thing, and then again, if I don't have enough people to run, my presidencies and that kind of thing, I would do it for 1 or 2 kids, but it'd be better if we had, a group that we could really organize it with.
Yes, it would.
So, and the portfolios, I sure hope to heck they're not like the portfolios that we did 6 years ago, because they were a nightmare.
Nope.
And nobody wanted to do them. They entailed so big, thick binders and too many.
Nope.
My little kids couldn't do that, So I'm not even going to bring that up.
No.
It's like a newsletter.
It's a resume. That's what it is a resume. That's what the portfolio.
Okay.
Pages. It's got a cover letter and a portfolio. That's it.
Resume, yeah.
Okay, because that was just overwhelming for my little 9 and 10-year-old girls. I didn't have anybody do that.
We are going to help. We'll offer some trainings in that. The one club that's the catch-all club, we want to do trainings for resumes there. Or if you, as a club, if clubs want to do a resume portfolio.
And even one meeting doing that or something. Yeah, okay.
It's online. I judged some for livestock show this summer, and I knew nothing about it, but I went on, I read, and those that came in and followed the template exactly the state gave it. I mean, they're beautiful. It's easy, wonderful.
And they keep it on the computer and they just keep adding to it every year.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully, I mean, I'll put this out on my Facebook thing and see if, somebody that knows, the people that knew that I had done this before and have had kids in it, I'm hoping they'll say, oh, well, I want to have, these in it. But
Right.
if not, then, I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens.
I did share the little picture that I made for Sassy Stitchers, and I did share it in a couple of the groups that I could to do and say, hey, Vicki Croslin is our leader. We're going to be meeting. Come and join us and everything. So I have put it out there a little bit, but please put it on your profile or your own personal page and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening and everything. So yes, we can do everything.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I think that's all the questions I have then, because I have all my stuff in my pack and I've got this. I made some extra copies of the meeting minutes and the other page for them to do, so that, whoops, I lost my thing here. Anyway, the reports and stuff. So I've got pages of those. So I think I'm okay. I just need to get some members in there. So I'll just work on doing that this week, see if I can get some interest in it.
I wanted to hold off to share the screen until it made me share it right away as soon as I touched it. So we will email a couple of different things to you just to help. This one particular is called Running a Successful 4-H Club. And it's a couple of years old, but it's really, really good. And the main, I don't know, speaker, I guess, Craig Dart, he's the one that is training us in 4-H. So I just want you guys to see that it's about 47 minutes long, but little by little, just check your emails periodically, because we are going to share things like that with you. And then you can just learn more as you go. Just learn more. As we learn things, we want to share that information. You can learn more and we can just.
But we need to make sure that we have all of this COVID stuff in place for our meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, as far as, the sanitizer and the distance and all that kind of stuff has to be
Play that.
So we have
set up.
a little training. We'll send it to everybody, because you have to do this training. And we actually get an email every week to let us know which of our volunteers have completed the training. So, yeah.
But Vicki, I think you've already done it. I'm not 100%.
I think I watched the video and sent in a little paper thing. So
Perfect. You're done.
maybe I'm done.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to just share this because nope, that's not it. We
just so
want
others
to
can see it. Yeah.
We want to share this. We're going to just try to play this. Let's see here.
Can you play the whole thing?
I was just going to go through it. 35. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Oh, maybe because she's.
Okay, I'm going to mute you real quick.
That's why.
Okay.
Sweet.
So that is I want to stop.
Right. Oh, stop share. Yeah.
That is
Courtney,
Very simple.
Courtney,
yes.
so that limited spectators, so this isn't mom coming to help and bringing all the little children with her,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Right.
This is one per person. Okay. All right. Perfect.
Limit it to what's needed, not extra.
Well, it makes it easier for me because I don't have a lot of kids running around that aren't in the club, to worry about. Getting burnt with the iron or stepping on someone's sewing machine or whatever, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we don't want to encourage them to bring the whole family. We need one person to come and sit with these girls or boys, and that way they can just help them and just kind of be together and everything. And if it's two girls in the one club, and they're in the family, they can sit at the same table and their mom can sit between them and help them and everything. And, we're going to do what we can. And unfortunately, this isn't going away as fast as we was hoping, but we can control it and we can keep our numbers low. Millard County is doing really great about that. So we're gonna
Yeah, only 3 today. Only 3 today.
Yay.
good. Last week we was down to 0. So hey, there's hope.
Woo-hoo.
Those numbers are from probably 2 weeks ago. So it's okay.
So we're good. But I'm okay with that.
Yep. I am too. I am too. So we do our part. We'll have, if you don't have access to hand sanitizer for your group, let us know. We will get it there so it can be sitting there. If you need disposable mask, because every kid should have a mask because they're having to wear them to school.
And that could be one of your first projects, even that we made masks at sewing camp in Delta. So if you guys want to make some masks, you could do that.
So whatever we can do to help you, call us, email,
But keep in touch, and please, if you don't hear from us, please reach out again. Apparently, I didn't know this, but I just found out my phone, when people call me, it says the number's disconnected. I didn't know that. There's no way I could know that unless somebody tells me that, because I don't call my office ever.
Yeah.
So if that happens, just reach out to Cheryl and have her forward the message to me if I'm not in the office. And same with Courtney. If we're not here, they'll get us the message, or please just email. We get notifications on our phone when we receive an email. So just do that.
Yeah. We've been instructed through USU to not give out our cell phones, but we have come up with a, what is it called? A Google Voice.
I haven't set mine up yet, but yes.
So we can start trying to be able to communicate with you guys more. Again, we
Away
have,
from the office.
yes, we have 20 hours for the weeks. And I mean, it goes quickly because we're constantly learning. We're constantly have to watch videos and join trainings. And so,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is, even though we have so much, if you need something, let us know. If it's just that you're overwhelmed and you need a time, 5 minutes to talk, we want our volunteers to be happy, healthy, and encouraged to keep going.
Yeah. Yep.
And Vicki, we want to take this time to thank you for taking time out of your night to come in and joining us and everything. All the rest of the people had busy lives. We understand that. So we're going to send this link out to them, and hopefully they'll watch it and get back to us with questions, and we can share them with you, Vicki.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and stop recording it.